Howdy, listeners. Welcome to Horse-Powered Games, the show where horse is the name and car is the game. I'm the last remaining resident of Scatman's world, Ben.
Hamha! I'm Matt. And today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different with this episode. We're going to be talking about a game that Ben hasn't played, but I have.
Yeah, this will be interesting. I'm hoping that it's funny, because I've been dreading this one. I don't have the same brain as Matt does.
So first off, Ben, I want to ask you, do you wear many hamster accessories?
Why, yes, I do.
Do you find yourself soft and cuddly? Would you consider yourself that?
Was that one of the questions on there?
Just answer the question, sir.
Yes.
All right, well, I've got bad news for you. You might be a hamster, but not just any kind of hamster. You might be a Hamtaro hamster. Ladies and gentlemen,
no.
We're talking about Hamtaro Heartbreak! Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go. I haven't thought about Hamtaro for many a year until Matt and I became friends.
I think of it every night. I lie awake in paralysis, having very vivid Hamtaro, what is it called? What is it called before the lucid dream, like the nightmare stuff?
Oh, I don't know. I know there's REM sleep right at the very end.
Paralysis. Hamtaro is in my sleep paralysis dreams. Anyway, though, Hamtaro Heartbreak is a 2003 Game Boy Advance game. There's actually one of 6 that came out for Hamtaro. It follows the characters from Hamtaro, which is originally a children's manga that got turned into an anime that has 6 seasons. And basically it's about a bunch of hamsters. And sometimes it's about the people that own them, but mostly it's about the hamsters. This game in particular is like an adventure game, which it's not really like an RPG because you don't necessarily fight. You can attack, but you can't kill. But it's got mini games, it's got boss fights, and the basic plot of it is that this hamster in a little devil costume is just going around breaking up everybody, and it's up to our main man Hamtaro and his friend Bijou, who's a small white French hamster. It's up to them to get everybody back together. Woo! So
I thought that Heartbreak was going to come in somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's where it is, because he's like, these people are enjoying each other's company, and then he like stabs there because they've got like little hearts that float above their head, and he stabs it and it breaks them up. And it's not just for romantic relationships; it's platonic, it's familial. So you've never played this game, as we established, correct?
Yeah, so I've never played this game. I didn't watch any gameplay. I think I might have watched a trailer, but I've since phased it out of my memory because I've been too focused on the next episode. Ooh.
Okay, well, the basic rundown for the mechanics of it is it's really, really simple, because all it is you've got essentially 2 buttons. You hold B to run, to hamster run, and you hold A to perform hamster actions. And the actions use stuff called ham chats, which there are 86 of them in this game, which you may have heard me use one at the beginning. That's right. Ham-ha is a hamster chat. You've got some other good ones, such as, actually the basic ones that you get when you start the game are ham-ha, which is just hello. Guys, if you're listening to this episode, I want you to go up to the next person you meet and say any of these. Just straight face, say any of them. The person you're talking to will be so enamored with you, they will be your best friend immediately. So the second one is tack Q, which isn't really like a word. You just roll into something, which is also something you can do in real life. Just, we call it a somersault, but for hamsters it's tack Q. And then there's Hiff Hiff, which is just smell stuff, but also in the game it can help you pick up hidden items. And then there's Dig Dig, which lets you dig. A lot of these are going to be like this, as you can tell. There's 86 of them, and they're all pretty self-explanatory.
We actually have a whole list of them.
Yeah,
Matt found a wonderful
I
website
found this
that I go
website.
on like every day now.
I found this website that hasn't been updated since 2004, and I tried to because it's a Neopets guild that made this Hamtaro Ham Guild website, and I tried to email them because I want to put their website in the Wayback Machine. They did not respond, which is not very cool of them, but maybe they got hacked or something. So
Honestly, I think you should just do it anyway. I don't think
I
you need anybody's permission to put their website in the Wayback.
probably will be like, I'm preserving this. You guys can't stop me from anything.
It's gotta be.
In the game, there are 6 different locations you can go to, and it's a pretty linear game, so it kind of leads you through each of them. You start out at the clubhouse, where you meet 2 hams, which you meet Boss, and the description I've got written for him is he's the boss. That's his whole character. Is he's the boss. And then you also meet Snoozer, who essentially is like a hint guy. He'll give you hints, but other than that, he just sleeps a lot. So Ben,
Sounds like me.
yeah, assigned Snoozer by Quotev. So Ben,
No, that wasn't Quotev. That was selectsmart.com.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We
a
should
little bit more niche.
Yeah. So you may not have heard of it. It's a little more underground. You could probably put that one in like the description of this episode or something.
So I'm going to put all the links to these under the tweet that the episode is going to be announced from.
Okay, so Ben, how in depth do you want me to go with this? Do you want me just to talk about the stuff that I liked in this game? Do you want me to go through like locations and everything?
Go ahead and say the stuff that you like about this game. I'm still trying to fully understand the premise of Hamtaro in general, because I just
Okay.
Is it just like a little? Is it like a sitcom, or do they just do stuff every day?
A sitcom.
Is it like a?
Yeah, no, it's exactly like Seinfeld. Now that you mention it, they all meet up at the clubhouse and
Hello, you guys.
Hello, you guys.
Hello, fellas.
What's the deal with sunflower seeds? Yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
Jerry, I'm gonna paka that guy.
I don't even think there's really anything you can compare it to other than like Pokemon in terms of like kids show, because it's really just, it's actually, you know what? Let me look up the words for the English theme song, because it really says it all in there. And it also names all of the hamsters. So if you
know what I was trying to think of? I was trying to think of Slice of Life. Sorry, guys, I don't watch a lot of anime. Is it like a slice of life type anime?
Something like that. Yeah. No, actually, it's probably more exactly like slice of life. So it's basically Laura, who is the Hamtaro's owner, goes to school, and then they all go to the Ham Clubhouse, which they build in the first episode, and then they hang out there, and then there's some other stuff about cats, which you should not hang out with, and then they name all the hams, and then Hamtaro's like, excuse me, while I work out, gotta run on my wheel, wee! And that's an actual line in the theme song. So basically, Hamtaro's here to help you, and then Hamtaro's team is for you. That's really, there's not like, it's not a solid concept thing. It's more of like a
So they're like a commune.
Yeah, it's like an Always Sunny situation where they just hang out and shit.
Comrade Hamtaro.
Yeah. So, you wanted to know my favorite aspects of this game, right?
Yeah. Tell me what you thought about this game and all that.
This has been one of my favorite games since I was maybe 10 or younger. Purely because I really like the art style of it, because it's so, it's still pixel art, but it's just so clean in a way that I just really gravitated to. And I mean, obviously it's got the cute factor too, but that was one of the main things. The other was, I mean, not so much the story, because it's, I mean, you've heard me describe the plot of Hamtaro. That's all of it. It's a hamster doing hamster stuff.
So I guess that's why I was confused. It's just like this. It seems like such a simple plot, but I just have so many questions, you know?
Yeah.
But this game does look pretty gorgeous. I am a big fan of the Game Boy Advance. I mean, as a composer, I kind of hate the sound chip, but I think the games often looked pretty gorgeous. This one has some really nice pixel art.
Yes, especially...
It looks like it could be like a DS game.
Yeah, and I think there is one that came out after it for the DS, which is like Rainbow Rescue, which I haven't played, but one of my gripes with Hamtaro is you look at the original Hamtaro, that was like the original manga storybook series Hamtaro, and it just looks like a hamster. But as you go through the animated Hamtaros and the game Hamtaros, they get like bobble-headed, and it's really weird because hamsters don't look like that.
They made them not chubby. It's just like the Pikachu situation.
Exactly. Which Rainbow Rescue actually came out for Game Boy Advance. So there are 6 of them. I'm not going to go into all of them because I've only played 2 of them. I've played Ham Ham.
Oh! Ham Ham Games is one of the last ones that came out, and it was developed by Alpha Dream.
Yeah.
They made the Mario and Luigi games. So,
really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so they've got some clout. These must be some really good games if they got Alpha Dream.
They are pretty good games. I can attest to that. So my favorite parts of it. So first I have to go through, there's 6 different locations that you play through in the game, and like I said, it's a very linear thing. So you start at 1. It's linear up to a certain point, because you start at 1 and then the game will guide you through, but sometimes you have to go back to locations. So you start at the clubhouse, you meet boss, and then the reason why you have to learn 86 different ham chats despite already being a hamster is because Hamtaro walks down the stairs and falls into a bucket, and then his mind is erased. So boss is like, oh shit. So he's like, you gotta learn all these words, Hamtaro. And Hamtaro's like, because he doesn't say words. Because Hamtaro doesn't talk. Every other ham you meet talks, but Hamtaro doesn't. He only goes, hiccup. That's what he does.
It's gonna be pretty difficult for like the leader of this group to like. Well, I guess he's not the leader. He's just the main character.
Yeah. I mean, he talks in the anime, if that's any consolation.
I almost prefer if they didn't talk, but
they
just made him a silent protagonist for like no reason.
Yeah, which is really weird because your secondary protagonist, which is Bijou, who's the French ham, she talks. Everyone else talks except for Hamtaro.
What is her role in this group, Bijou? Because like it seems like she's a very important character. They're not like related, are they?
No, they're not related. She's kind of in this game as like an assist. In the actual show, I feel like she does less. So, according to the wiki, she's got a crush on Hamtaro, and then Boss has a crush on her, which is kind of weird. There's like
not
a whole
appropriate
lot
for
of
the workplace boss.
Well, he's not like their actual boss. They're just a bunch of hamsters that live in a cave.
Gotcha.
It's not like a workplace situation. He's just called Boss because he doesn't have another name.
Office Simulator.
So,
if I could get your quarterly report on my desk by Wednesday, that would be 1 to chew.
Taku. So,
Smitty.
So the first place you go to after the clubhouse is called. So okay, actually, sorry, I gotta back up a second. So I mentioned the hamster in the devil costume that's breaking people up, right? You meet him. You meet him.
You know what? I just remembered.
Yeah.
This is Happy Valentine's Day. Anyway, keep going.
Oh, yeah, this is our Valentine's episode. You can edit that somewhere at the front of this.
Yeah, here, let me get a clean take.
Happy Valentine's Day, folks.
Yep. Anyway.
So you meet this hamster in a devil costume. His name is Spat. He shows up in Hamtaro's dream in the first minute of the game.
And that's pretty gay, Hamtaro.
Yo, Hamtaro, why you dreaming about men?
Dreaming about boy hamsters?
Dreaming about male hamsters, dude? That's kind of gay. Well, actually, that's kind of funny. This game is very, very gay friendly, but I'll get to that later.
Nice. I'm so happy about that.
So you meet this hamster named Harmony, who comes into your house, and she's like, "I'm Harmony," and then she gives you. She is essentially, she's been following Spat all over everywhere because she's like trying to catch him, but she's not doing a very good job. So she's like, "Why don't you do it? Hacha!" And then she doesn't give you anything. She just goes to your bed and she sleeps in your house for the duration of the game. So after you leave there, you go to Sunny Peak, and that's where you meet other hamsters, such as Oxnard and his girlfriend, and Spat broke them up, and you have to get them back together, and there's this whole thing, which actually, and that brings me to our first potential rideable item. Yeah, in case you guys forgot, this game is still about cars and horses and car-related horses, this podcast, not this game.
I was worried that you would go too long without mentioning it. I really want to hear about the horses and cars more than about the hamsters.
Okay, hurtful, but well...
No. I'm sorry. I really want... Listen, in any other context, I would love to talk about Hamtaro, but I want to hear about the horses and the cars.
Listen, I know, man. I know, but I got some bad news. There's no horses in this game.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
The closest you get is, like, birds, but you don't actually... Well, you do see some of them, but yeah, the closest you get is birds, and that's, like, a weak second to a horse. And you can't even ride them.
Like, you get to... but if you got to ride on the bird, that'd be so much cooler.
I know, dude. But okay, here's what you do.
I don't know if this would be controversial for me to say, but I think it would be like cooler than, riding on a horse, maybe. Like flying in the sky.
What if you rode a griffin?
Oh.
Griffith? Is it Griffith or Griffin?
The griffin, that's the lion bird thing, right?
Yeah. I was like, okay.
No, you ride on the back of Andy Griffith. That's what you meant.
No. But in this first area, there is a boat that you can drive. You have to find the battery for it, which is not hard, and then you put it in it, and you can drive it. But you can't really drive it that far. It's just like a little strip of water that you can drive it across, but you can drive it back and forward, and when you back it up in the water, Hamtaro puts his hand on the side seat and he looks backwards like he's backing up a car. So
that's pretty great.
Yeah, I know. And then the other thing in this area is there is a mine cart that you can ride. You have to progress the story a little bit, and then you can.
Car.
It's kind of a car. I mean, you can't really control it. You can just ride in it, but you have to get like an oil can first to oil it, and you essentially can only ride it down the mountain in this area. That's all you can do with it. And there's also a thing I wrote down for something I liked in this area is that there's a bird that flies overhead and you can say hello to it. And first it'll drop a song because you can collect songs in this game. But if you say ham ha to it again, it poops on you, which I was like, haha, poop joke.
What the heck?
Haha.
But you're just being nice. Why'd he poop on you?
Well, bird don't know no better. So after that, after that little thing, once you're done in that area and you've
if wait a second.
Sure.
I'm not just gonna skim over this.
Sure.
If the hamsters are completely sentient and can speak language, I'm sure that the bird fully knows what he's doing.
Oh, okay, that is possible because I think in Ham Hams Unite, I think you can actually ride the bird. So it is possible.
What the hell? Why are we talking about that game?
I don't know, because you can't control it. You just it's like a warp thing. You can't actually fly it with it.
Gotcha. So it's just like this is the context for why we're bringing you to this area.
Yeah, basically.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, I know.
Could you ride a car in that game?
No. I think you could do even less. This one at least gives you the boat.
So you get a boat and a mine cart.
Yep. Once you're done doing all the stuff in there, you go to the next area, which is a beach area. And there you can at least ride a ferry that takes you to a different island. But once again, it's like it fades to black and then it takes you to the place. So you can't actually really control it or anything. Some stuff that I thought was cool about this area is you can play pineapple volleyball with a bunch of overly enthusiastic bald hamsters.
That sounds extremely painful, but I love it.
Yeah, well, that's just all what they do. But you have to get the pineapple first, which is there's this girl hamster on the beach, and you have to be like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, you're so blissy, you're so one to chew. And she'd be like, okay. And then she gives you this pineapple. And it also unlocks these rocks that you have to, it's like a do-re-mi sort of situation, but you have to hit them in a specific order, and it unlocks a thing that allows you to get the captain for the ferry. So it's kind of important. I remember as a kid, it took me a really long time to get through because it was just kind of difficult. There's also a surfer hamster.
Oh.
His name's Broski.
Broski! Yeah, baby! I love it so much.
Yeah.
Broski, are you kidding me? They had to name him that. What's his name? Do you know what his name is in the Japanese version?
No, I don't know, actually. Let me
look it up on the Hamtaro wiki.
See if I can find out. Oh, Safa. It's literally just Surfer.
Safa. Oh, that's cute. His name's just Surfer. Well, I'm glad they gave him a better name in this one.
Yeah, Broski. He's got a pierced ear and like a shell necklace.
Yeah, I can see that. He looks real cool.
Right? Totally. So after you
they made him specifically for this game.
Yeah, he's an exclusive, baby.
Nice.
So after you get on the ferry and you go over to the other island, you can do like a hula challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this game's got dancing in it. That's right, hamster dancing. Which everyone loves and wants, I'm sure.
Yeah, obviously. Why wouldn't they?
And I wrote down that there's this really old hamster you can talk to, and he'll be like, oh, what's that? You want to hear a story? And then as soon as he starts telling it, he falls asleep. And I thought that was pretty charming.
That's the best. I love it.
And then there's on the same island, there's a moment with Penelope and Pashmina, which Penelope's the yellow blanket hamster and Pashmina's the scarf hamster, where Spat like disguises himself as Pashmina, and they have a whole you're the faker, you faker. They have like a whole situation like that. And then you go to a fun land, like an amusement park, and there's ghosts.
Okay. So wait, you can ride on roller coasters and there's ghosts there?
Yes, you can't control the roller coaster, but like you'll go up on the incline, and then right before you drop, a ghost ham sits in the back of the car. Yeah, and he's actually
Hamtaro, watch out!
Hamtaro, he's gonna
behind you.
He's right.
Oh my god!
You.
He's got his AirPods in. He can't hear me.
On the roller coaster.
He gets a little scared. He's just a little guy.
Hamtaro, go pee.
Hamtaro, I wish you to turn around and look at the ghost behind you.
So
This
that was a good
this
one,
ham
man.
chat dictionary pleases me to no end. I'll have you know.
So, there's not really a whole lot. Oh, there's a Ferris wheel. There's a Ferris wheel at Funland. There's like a teacup ride, and they just give you like a cutscene. You can't really do any kind of. There are mini games where you can use the ham chats that you've learned to like you could tack you stuff, or you could do like a matching game. It's pretty
Right.
cool. Not very related to this podcast's interests though, so I will just skim that. So after Funland, you go to Boo Manor, which is like the haunted house, scary place where there's more ghosts.
Is that a running theme with Hamtaro? Or are there a lot of ghosts in that show?
No, just in this one.
Okay, that's interesting.
Just in this, I think this is actually like the first or second. This is the second place that's like actually like a human house inhabiting thing. The first one is in Hams Unite when you go to the grocery store. But that's another game, another time. There's a hamster that gets stuck in a coffin, in a casket for this level.
Right.
Which that isn't, and you have to play Moonlight Sonata to get him out, which is not horse related or anything. This is also where the gay hamsters come in, because there's these two.
Okay, I don't care. I don't mind that it's not horses or cars, as long as there's gay hamsters. That's all I need now.
There are gay hamsters. There's this pair of extremely buff hamsters who are like trying to get into the elevator by prying it open, and they can't do it. So they come with you for a little bit, and then they relearn the power of love or something, and they ham lift. So they get literally get on top of each other, like standing upright. I don't want this to be misconstrued in any sort of way. Just like a vertical. One stands on the other's head, and then they can swipe the key card because it's like a couples adventure thing. Yeah. Yes. Hamtaro said gay rights. There's also a hamster Beethoven.
Is there a ham chat for gay rights?
Dude, I wish. Hamtaro, thank you. I mean, there's plenty of them for love. I'm sure you could just do that one. Smoochy is Smoochy. Hamtaro 2023. Okay, so after that, you go to the woods, and you find some hamsters that are building a hamapult, which is like a catapult for hamsters.
Fuck yes! All right, you got me. You got me sold on this.
Yeah.
What do we need to do to get on this goddamn hamapult?
The hamapult. You have to get what is it? You have to get. I know you have to get a spoon, which you have to go through. Basically, you have to go through the entire game and collect like these colored orbs, and then only after you've collected all of them, you have to go back to the very first place you were at, which was Sunny Peak, and you take the alternate minecart route, and then you do like what's his name, Arthur, when he pulls the thing out of the stone, and he's like da 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 da, but it's a spoon.
I think. Oh, okay. So it's like Excalibur.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So you take that out.
When you're collecting these items, by the way, is it all backtracking, or can you have collected them before you get to this part of the game?
You can collect them beforehand. Like some of them, because I know because you need 3 orbs to unlock the spoon. So I know the last orb you have to kind of play through the part before it, and then you can go back. But a lot of it, I think, is just collecting through the story. You won't be able to get the spoon until that point, because it kind of leads you through a specific thing for what you have to do. But it's not going to stop you from doing some stuff early. It's just some of it is just you have to do it like in a specific way. That's really specific, right?
I get you.
Yeah, so some stuff that I thought was cool other than that in these woods is you can get a slingshot too. There's a hamster named, what's his name? Boog? He's like a Tarzan type hamster. He teaches you clingy, which lets you swing on vines.
Oh, okay.
And he says, the way that he says ham ha is funny to me because, you know, most hams are like, ham ha, and he's like, ham ha! I was like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. Favorite hamster. There's also a kid who...
I'm just imagining that recording that you had just now, but like crushed to the sound quality of the Game Boy Advance.
Like an 8-bit ham ha! Yeah, exactly. It's very similar to what... He's trapped! Let him out! There's also a kid that before you... Because you can get a slingshot, but before you get it, there's this kid who looks 30 years old who's just pelting you with rocks. Like, he's got super defined hamster cheekbones, super strong hamster eyebrows.
He's throwing rocks at you?
Yeah, he's slingshotting them at you. Or I forget what they call it.
Wait, why is he doing that?
I don't know, just to be a little menace. I think they call it ham shotting or something. They just put
Nice.
put ham in everything with this game. And then at the very end of it, you go to Spat Tower, which is Spat's house, who's the evil guy that you've been following, just in case you forgot about that. You go to his house.
I didn't remember Spat's name. I'm terrible with names. You could there are people that I've been working with, or at least in the same building as, for 3 years now, and I don't remember any of their names.
Oh, that's okay. You can always kind of skirt around it where you're like, hey, you pal.
Hey, name tag.
Hey, plastic. Just start calling people names that aren't their name.
Hey, dickhead. Oh, you didn't mean those kinds of names.
Oh, whatever. Just walk up. Hey, Chuckle Fucks. I'm here for work. What's up? Say it to customers.
Hey, Chucklefuck, how can I help you?
They'll be like, Scout TF2?
Oh man, I thank God you got that reference. I have to say that to everybody now. And if you didn't get the reference, I probably would have gotten fired.
So anyway, at the end of the game,
man, this Spat guy looks like just a little bastard, doesn't he?
He is. He totally is. He's so aesthetically pleasing, but his character is just straight up like does not like love. That's it. That's his whole character. And then he does a laugh and he flies with his little wings.
The laugh is
yeah.
Wait, or is that him blowing a raspberry or something?
I don't know.
I can never tell with these games.
It's just like a speech quirk that he has where he says something and then he's like yeah. So you go to his house.
It makes me feel uneasy. And that's a laugh, I guess. I don't know. This guy's
no. He does like an actual laugh. That's like a speech.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
He does.
That's PFPTH exclamation point PFPTHH dash HH capitalized exclamation point.
Yeah, try it today, folks.
If anybody else can figure that out, then go ahead and
send us your clips. Send us your clips of your best spat sounds, and we'll pick the best one and we'll pin it for our Twitter.
Well, maybe not pin it, but we'll definitely retweet it.
I'll mail you $100. So you go in, and he's in there, and he's like, meh! And then he brings out like a big flying mech, and I guess that's another vehicle, but you can't ride it. It's another thing given to the boss. Not boss, but like fighting boss.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my god, if Boss had one, that'd be
oh,
cool.
dude, if Boss was just flying around in that thing, it'd be like, whoa, whoa,
If
man.
what man in my ideal Hamtaro Ham Heartbreak remake, it would be Boss swoops in on his own mech before the other mech is able to like charge at you, and they do that weird pushing thing where they're like holding hands kind of, and they're like face to face and like
Yeah,
pushing as hard
it's
as they can with the things.
very homoerotic tension. Is that what you're going for?
No, no. Well, it's not intentionally homoerotic for sure,
Never
but
is.
yeah. But you
Okay.
get what I mean, right?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Um,
And then he jumps out at one point because he's like too damaged or something, and he's like, you gotta take the thing," and he's like, chip chip, and jumps. I don't know what noises he makes, but then he jumps into the mech and he fights Spat, and that'd be the final boss.
you, you don't
It'd
know
be
what
very
noise.
Metal Gear Solid 4-esque.
You don't know what noise his boss makes.
No, 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 no. The noise that Hamtaro makes, that was Hamtaro.
Oh, he goes hicket.
Hicket.
That's the noise he makes.
He goes hicket, but he's crying over the loss of Boss, and then he wipes his tears, and then he
I
gives
imagine
an
it would be
angry
something-
face.
I imagine it would be some kind of hamster cry where it's like,
Putting too much thought into this.
yeah.
Whoa, that mech is fucking awesome!
Right? It's like a big hamster head.
It's a big hamster head with antennae and bat wings.
Yeah, and
Oh.
it shoots beams out of its eyes that kill you. And it also shoots like a whirlwind where if it hits you, you teleport back to like the clubhouse, I believe. So it's
All the way
actually
to the
kind of
clubhouse?
yeah, it's actually kind of a difficult boss fight, believe it or not. I know you
Why
wouldn't
is this
expect
game
that from
so hard? This is meant for like 3-year-olds.
I know you wouldn't expect it to be so difficult, but it actually gets kind of difficult at points. So that is pretty much that's that on the Hamtaro experience. After you beat this boss, there's still some stuff you can do. Like if you didn't collect all the ham chats, because there's like 86 of them, you collect most of them through the course of playing the game. But if you missed some of them, you could still do some of that. There's gems you can collect, and there's a couples that are still left over after you finish, and you can get them back together. But overall, that's Hamtaro Ham. That's yeah.
Hamtaro
That's
ham.
That's Hamtaro roasted ham. Hamtaro honey smoked ham. Heartbreak.
It's
Ham.
it's the gritty reboot. It's just called Ham.
And it's in like a metal coated font.
Yes.
But yeah, that's Hamtaro Ham Heartbreak in a nutshell. Or some would say an acorn shell. Or a sunflower
Or
seed
maybe
shell.
a sunflower seed shell. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Haha.
Okay. So with that, I think that we can do a little ad break.
Hey, it's Matt. Welcome to the ad break. This is the part where I tell you to go follow us on Twitter at HPG Pod, Facebook, the same name, and YouTube at horse-powered games. Also, to share the episode with your friends. More listeners means more consistent upload schedules. It means additional content, websites, YouTube videos, highlight reels. It's all in the works, but you gotta share the episodes around. That's about all I got for you, so stay frosty. Enjoy the rest of the episode. We are back from ad break, which means it's time for the second half of the show. What do we do in the second half?
For those of you who don't often listen to this show, so Horsepowered Games is a video game review show. We are going to be reviewing this current game that we're talking about, Ham Heartbreak, based on the premise of Does it have horses and cars? And can you ride them? And is it fun? We have a sliding 1 to 5 horseshoe scale. It's some would say it's like a 5-star review, but it's a horseshoe review. It's completely different.
It's very in theme.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So a 5-star would be, it contains both a rideable vehicle of some sort, preferably a car, and it has horses or maybe some sort of mountable animal that you can ride. 4 would be contains either a rideable horse or cars, but not both. 3 contains either a horse or car, but acquiring it is inconvenient, or maybe it's tough to control or something like that. A 2 would be it has both of them, but they're not rideable. 1 is that it contains Matt has written down contains no horse or car and is completely unenjoyable. But I don't think you needed to write that last part in, because if you have a game that has neither of those, then it's just not enjoyable.
Then it's just not a game.
It's just not a game.
Only a true gamer plays with these things in place.
Yeah. Does Call of Duty have horses in it? I don't think so.
But it does have cars.
Yeah, maybe to like dodge behind, but they're all disheveled and broken and rusty.
Maybe I'm thinking of Halo then.
Halo has cars that you can drive.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, we're not talking about Halo. We're not talking about Call of Duty.
Heartbreak. It's the game for gamers.
I'm talking about games
on that.
made by gamers for gamers. Heartbreak.
You know what? Speaking of that, so as I'm going into my review, I want to just say this game has a very prolific. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
Shigeru Miyamoto worked on this game. You know, the Mario guy. He worked on this game.
Mario Man.
He's a producer. So that kind of quality you can expect from this game. Mario quality. Maybe even better than Mario.
Yeah. It shows.
Oh yeah. One of the last games to come out for the Hamtaro series was actually made by Alpha Dream, which if you know me, loves me some Alpha Dream. They made the I'm pretty sure that they made the Golden Sun games. They made Mario and Luigi, Superstar Saga, and all those games. They're not fucking around. Excuse my language. They're not fucking around with Hamtaro. This is some serious shit, guys.
Hamtaro's got some pretty big punch behind it, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. So I gotta say, they did definitely put the work in, and you know, this is a gorgeous game. It sounds like it'd be a nice way to just kind of spend an afternoon, just kind of like work a chunk out of it to like figure some things out here and there. You know,
some of the puzzles are like genuinely, well, okay, you have to take my word for it because I played it when I was way younger, so I didn't really understand like the mechanics of it, but some of the puzzles are genuinely difficult.
Mm-hmm. And I like hard puzzles. I like working my brain every once in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
One of my most played games on my Nintendo Switch is Mario Picross.
Really?
This is a true fact. Out of all my Super Nintendo games, I've played it the most.
First you tell me that you played My Sims, and now you tell me you play Mario Picross. Well, I can't judge you. I legally can't judge you.
I walk my own path, all right?
You forge your own fire. I respect that.
Yes. So yeah, it sounds like it could be a neat game. But in terms of cars and horses, does Hamtaro walk on 4 legs?
Yes, when he runs, he does.
That could bump up the score a little bit.
It is quite enjoyable to see.
The fact that, you know, you do get to run around as a little hamster guy, that's pretty cool. And you eat the sunflower seeds. Yeah, and when you eat him, the paku paku and all that stuff.
When you eat him, he goes.
That's all fine and dandy. But you're telling me there's no animals that you can ride in this game, and that that kind of stings a little bit, I'd say.
Yeah.
There's no horses. There's not even like a little rocking horse or something you could ride on.
I mean,
Not even like a horse head on a stick. You know that the kids buy.
yeah, yeah. The closest thing I could get you would be like one of those training potties that looks like a goose.
Uh-huh.
Which a hamster gets that stuck to his head. So I don't know if that's
All right, well that's gonna lose some points now.
negative 1,000 points for poo-poo potty on head.
For porta potty John, he gets a -5 horseshoes. I'm gonna take 5 of your horseshoes away from you, and if you don't have those, I'll take something else that's valuable.
Please, no, not my family.
I'm gonna take this potty off of your head.
No. Anything but that is my fun. It's my fun fashion hamster accessory. Anything but that.
It's my only mini hamster accessory to speak of. You should have thought about that before you crossed me. God, I'm like the Hamtaro mafia over here.
You come to me. You bring me this little hamster accessory. You expect me to wear this kind of thing? You know what day it is?
After all you've done to me, this is a new low.
I'm about to give this hamster a fucking gun. There's nothing you can do. Call it Hamtaro. He's like Ham GTA.
Hamtaro starts sniffing the gun. He's like, "What the heck do I do with this thing?"
It's like it's either a Hamtaro sized gun or it's a human sized gun.
I was thinking human sized gun.
Wouldn't it be funny if Marlon Brando's Godfather character sets down a gun, like a human sized gun, and then he sets down a very small gun for Hamtaro, and he's like, "Here, kid, this one's for you. Do what you gotta do with it, okay?"
Hamtaro with angry eyes.
Hamtaro learned to kill Q.
Kill Q.
So as for the score, though,
the score. Okay, I'll spare you all that. Let me think here. This is gonna be a tough one.
For sure. It's got lots of nostalgic potential.
I'm thinking way too hard about this. All right, I've decided.
All right.
I'm going to be giving this game a 4.
Wow. That's way higher than I thought you'd put it at.
I mean, you do get to ride a boat, and you do have 4 legs, and you get to run around as a little chunky hamster, and it's not the same experience as a horse, but I understand that, hamsters can't ride horses. That would be silly.
It would be really funny to see, but yeah.
Yeah, but it would also be very difficult to fit that on a Game Boy.
Yeah, I get where the 4 is coming from, because there's definitely a lot of merit to starting the game as a quadrupedal. What would it be? Omnipedal? Because you can be on any amount of feet character.
What the hell? Omnipedal?
Well, because
is that a word?
You got bipedal, which is 2 feet. Then you got quadrupedal, which is 4 feet. So if you have all feet, it would be omnipedal, wouldn't it? Because you could go between them.
Omnipedal, a creature which can switch between bipedal and quadrupedal at will.
Yes!
According to werewolf scientist on Urban Dictionary.
All right, yes. I'll take that as a legit source. Thanks, werewolf scientist, for being the coolest motherfucker out there.
Click here to get this omnipedal mug.
Maybe not. Maybe not that far.
If the mug has legs, I don't think I want that.
Dude, if it has legs, I absolutely want it.
Oh, that would be actually kind of cool if it was like one of those old bathtubs with like the lion feet.
Yes, and it like walked away while you were drinking it.
When you're done drinking it, he runs and then jumps into the sink.
Very helpful.
That sounds ideal.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's definitely a lot of merit for the game where you start out as a hamster and it's already so good from there.
Yeah, I mean, kind of peaks from that point. But I mean, there's also the fact that that alone could have brought the game to a 5. However, there's a giant mech that you don't get to ride, and it makes it a huge inconvenience to have to fight it to beat the game.
Yeah. For sure.
And then there's also you don't get to ride anything like for real. There's no little mini game where you get to at least control the bird that you're riding on the back of. It's just implied that you ride on the bird.
Yeah,
another place.
A lot of cutaway for it.
And that's a shame. And there's a lot of those that happen in games, and it's convenient and all, but I honestly would prefer there be a little bit of extra content so that you can ride on this bird.
Yeah, give me some meat in the game to munch on,
Well, maybe not a hamster. That would be kind of I don't
hamster.
know. I think
no,
probably get sick.
Yeah, that would be weird. Oh, I forgot to mention the monkey.
Can you ride on a monkey?
No, but you can make him very sick.
Oh. I'm going to give this game a 2. No, I'm just kidding.
No! You
do not hurt the monkey! But anyway, yeah, it's a 4. I'm sure if I played the game, it would be a little different, but it's not what this show is about.
All right, that's a very solid score. That makes me very... What is the word for that? When human words just won't express it.
Would you say that you're feeling really blissy right now?
I would. That makes me extremely blissy about this. It's very Wonderchew that you would say that about this game. But you know what, Ben?
Thank you.
But you know what, Ben? There's always room for improvement. There's always a way that we could take the essence, the bits and pieces, the mechanical modifications of Hamtaro, the man, the myth, the legend. We can make it better. We could make Hamtaro Heartbreak 2, the sequel.
Yes, we can.
Or as some would say, some lesser men would say, the squeakquel.
Lesser men? I'd say that they're above us.
Some far superior men would say the squeakquel. We are but humble peasants. We have to call it a sequel.
They lord over us.
So
men who didn't know the word the word sequel, but will say squeakquel in its place, completely unironically. I would shake that man's hand.
Yeah, if they do it without the irony, then definitely it's kind of a power move.
Yeah.
So you were talking before the episode started that you already had an idea in mind for what you wanted the sequel to be. Did actually talking through the game change any of the idea you had, or is it still the same?
I don't have very many details in my head of like how I would... There's not really much that really changed, I'd say, but it does give me some context here. Just knowing what Hamtaro is in general kind of strengthens my idea, I think.
Right. So, lay it on me.
It probably doesn't bear repeating, but I'm just going to say it anyway. Hamtaro has not been relevant for a very long time.
For sure.
Which is a shame.
Not since the last Hamtaro game came out in 2008.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And that was for the Game Boy, right?
Right. Actually, I'm looking on the wiki now, and the last time it was referenced in popular culture was by a group of protesters in Bangkok, where they would sing that theme song, and then they would modify it to basically diss the parliament.
Okay.
So
just that communist thing that I said earlier. So I like this. Okay. All right. So I don't know if that's going to change my idea, but we'll see. So my basic idea here is I think we need to make a Hamtaro game for the new generation. You know,
you want Hamtaro to say swag.
I don't want Hamtaro to say swag, but we can add that later. Swag Q.
Hamtaro in big shoes.
Yes.
Hamtaro with the
Hamtaro drip.
Yeah. Hamtaro go with the drip, as the kids say.
All right. So what my idea is I think, 3D adventure titles are getting to be a bit more popular nowadays, I'd say. Just like any sort of open world exploration type game is, it's usually kids really gravitate towards that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever played or at least like heard or like watched gameplay of a game called Chibi Robo?
I have heard of it. I've seen some clips of it, but a very small amount.
So basically, to give you the basic idea of Chibi Robo is this game that was created by Nintendo, and it is my favorite game that I do not own. You're this little robot guy, and what you do is you were purchased by the family for the purpose of cleaning the house, pretty much.
Okay.
So what you do is you're this little robot that walks around the house and you like clean up like paw prints from the dog.
All right.
And things like that. You have to interact with the world around you to try to like get up to higher places and stuff like that. So like you can pull drawers and stuff like that out. You also go around looking for these toys, and you have to like perform little side quests for them.
I can see how this could lead into a Hamtaro thing.
I think it would be super cool to be able to play a 3D adventure game as a hamster where you are exploring the world around like the clubhouse.
Oh, for sure.
And collecting different items and helping other hamsters do stuff. That's the basic idea that I have for this game. I don't know if you want to workshop that a little bit, maybe add some more details from this game, some throwbacks.
I mean, there's definitely because there are some parts from this game that actually make throwbacks from Ham Hams Unite, such as when you meet up, since it's Hamtaro and Bijou that you're playing as for the majority of the game, like when they reunite a couple, they'll do like this little dance that Hamtaro did in Ham Hams Unite when he would find another ham to bring back to the clubhouse. So we could bring in something like that where you're gonna want to have to meet at least a few of the main hamsters, if not all of them, because that's like one of the appeals of Hamtaro, is that you get to meet all these different kind of hamsters, and it's got its own little kooky sense of humor too, which I think could really play into it nicely.
Yeah, for sure.
You could also be like the puzzle element for it, definitely the fetch quest element of it.
Okay, I have another idea. As we've been discussing this, I just randomly grabbed another idea that I think would also work extremely well.
Okay.
How many like MMO type games have you played in your time?
Let me remember what an MMO is really quickly.
Massively multiplayer online game.
Does Habbo Hotel count?
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, does Gaia Online count?
Probably.
Okay, I have played that one significantly less. Like stuff like,
so like World of Warcraft.
I've
of Warcraft.
watched people play it. I haven't played it myself.
RuneScape.
I played it for maybe like 15 minutes a year ago.
Me too. Well, for me, it was like 15 years ago, probably.
Yeah. Wait. Are you suggesting something like that, but with Hamtaro, or like you get to make your own hamster?
I was thinking maybe. I was thinking that we've been talking about this club that they're in and all that stuff, and they try to help other people and things like that. What if? I feel like it would feel a little empty if it wasn't a multiplayer game.
Are you suggesting World of Warcraft Hamtaro world?
I'm not trying to suggest that. I was trying to suggest the game idea that I had earlier. It's a 3D
where you can
adventure game with 4 players or something.
Yeah, where you could go adventure. Yes. Oh, that would be so fun. That would be so fun.
We could bring it onto the Switch. Since the other ones were made by Nintendo as well, we could bring it onto the Switch, and you could have it with like multiple devices, or it could be split screen.
Yeah.
And you all have different roles, and you all have to go adventuring and stuff like that. Because like I know this is probably hilarious, but anyway, I've been playing a lot of Pikmin 3
Uh-huh.
with my. I've been playing a lot of Pikmin 3 with my fiance,
Yeah.
and that game is extremely fun to play with another person. It's the first one that you can play like the adventure mode with another
Yeah,
person. So
because
like it's
you've got the tall guy and you got the small guy, right?
pretty much, yeah.
Oliver and Pleakley or something. Pleakley from Lilo and Stitch. You can play as him in this game.
Pleakley from Lilo and Stitch is an NPC in the game that we are making, but that's besides the point.
You? That's what he sounds like, right? This is my planet.
Not even close, but I appreciate the effort.
It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Oh man, I used to watch the show and everything. But anyways, man, I really don't know. I don't know if I want this to be an RPG or if I want it to be I like the idea of it being a 3D adventure game. I think I'm gonna stick with that.
I like the 3D adventure side of it. I like the multiplayer side of it where you can play with all your ham friends. Maybe what if we did like a Lego Star Wars situation where you had, because there's 15 main hamsters, and what if like as you meet them you
get to play as different hamsters.
Yeah, you could like have one friend play as one hamster and you could be another hamster, and you had to do like puzzles that took 2 people.
Yeah, I was thinking that it could be a situation where like at the start of a level you pick a character of a certain role, and they have like different hamsters have like different sorts of abilities that can help with different things.
Yeah. So a little bit of like Katamari Damacy in there too, right?
All the cousins in that game are the same, so not entirely.
Well, maybe this one we could have like, depending on which ham you pick, you could have different strengths and weaknesses. Like like Hamtaro would be like the base, safest character to play, and then you could pick somebody like Snoozer who is a lot slower than the other characters and periodically just falls asleep halfway when you're playing him.
Maybe he will gradually heal every once in a while.
Yeah, something
maybe
like
that sort of thing. Maybe his healing is free, but you have to fall asleep to do it, which like incapacitates you for a little bit.
Yeah,
that could be cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool if each hamster had like their own unique ability to them, and I think it'd be even cooler too if when you talk to other NPC hamsters, you'd get different dialogue depending on who you're playing as.
Yeah,
I think that'd be really sweet. Is it like just kind of like a explorer game, or is there a goal you're working towards? So
currently, I feel like the way that games go nowadays is there's a goal you're working towards, but you don't. I mean, that's kind of like the thing that's been going on for the past like 30 years, right? Like there's a main goal, but you can do lots of other stuff along the way.
Yeah.
Maybe we should make a game where the stuff that you're doing along the way is helping towards some sort of main goal. Like maybe you helping the other hamsters, or just like other like animals, people.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are like moles in Ham Hams Unite. I think there's a mole, there's a dog this baby hamster rides, there's like a pigeon you can help out, and there's cats in the anime as well.
So yeah, like maybe whatever you're doing to help them is like you get like some sort of resource from it, and that will like progress the game further, ? It's kind of like, have you ever played Tulip?
No, I haven't.
Oh, well, in Tulip, the goal is to like help people out and also smooch them. And every time you get a smooch, you get more hearts, and you can use those to level up to get more health and stuff like that.
Yeah, something could be done with that with Hamtaro for sure.
So maybe each character that you help maybe there's like a checklist or something somewhere, and every character that you help, you get something that maybe like unlocks other areas or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because that's kind of how Ham Heartbreak works, is where you help these people with their problem, and then you get like a ham chat, or you get a new part of the map or anything. So definitely, I could definitely see that being incorporated into something like this.
How have I tapped into this game so well? I haven't even played it yet. Damn.
I just informed you so good.
Yeah, I guess so. Either that, or I'm just like, I know everything about video games now.
So basically, I'm like the Hamtaro expert. You guys just come to me for any of your Hamtaro questions. That's you.
You're the Hamtaro. I'm the video game expert, but you're the Hamtaro expert. There's a very important distinction.
So basically, I have all the Hamtaro key codes. I know how to unlock them in real life.
I've unlocked all my Hamtaro chakras.
All of my Hamtaro chakras are activated at full capacity. If I wanted to, I could demolish you, but I've been holding back just for pure politeness.
Just me talking could kill you, but I'm at like the lowest power that I can possibly be right now.
Just wait until I start speaking in ham tongues. You won't even know I hit you. It's my own hushy little language. Oops, I did it there.
Oh my god. That would probably demolish somebody, but not in the intended way.
Yeah, since you guys are listening to this through a medium, such as like a podcast medium, the strength isn't as strong. But if you saw me in person, oh man, you'd be obliterated into like 6 different pieces right now.
I think if you talk to somebody and they started speaking in ham language without laughing, you would just have to like give them something for free to just like keep them away from you, you know?
Your human essence.
Here are the keys to my car. I'm gonna go and I hope I'll never see you again. Please, please
that's
leave.
Wonder Chew.
Okay.
No worry.
Goodbye, sir.
No worry. I'll return it by midnight. Bye, Q.
No, I never want to see you again. Please go.
Oh, I thought we could clingy, but that's okay.
You are being a little bit clingy right now, yes.
It's swelly. Taku. Taku. That's me destroying.
Stop biting me! That's what the fuck?
I was sitting in your car.
Oh. I thought you were biting me and I was screaming in agony.
That would be Paka, sir. Sir, that would be Paka. I think you've got your ham words confused.
I think you got your ham words confused.
I mean,
sorry, Mr. Solomon.
It's time for you to wake you, sir. There are no hamsters. They're not real.
You were in a coma for 6 years talking about Hamtaro this whole time?
Oh boy, I can't wait to see my wife and kids. Well, no, actually, you see, sir, the hamsters ate them.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that they left me because I talked about Hamtaro so much.
They just ate them. They chewed clean through your house.
There is no escape from the hamsters. I'm telling you, you gotta get out of that coma because they're coming here right now, and you're the only one that can stop them.
They're running very slowly, but they are running. I completely forgot what we were talking about.
Okay, that's okay. This completely changes everything. So I think that the main goal is that there are hamsters who have been affected by some sort of dark power.
Oh, zombie hamsters.
Okay, no.
No.
So Spat, he doesn't turn like good in the end, does he?
No, he's still pretty evil.
Okay, he's back in this game. He's the main villain.
Sweet.
And he has a dark influence over all the hamsters now.
Okay.
It's not a love thing. He just makes them evil.
Okay.
And they're mean now. So your goal in this game is going to be to help these hamsters be good again.
So do you kill them or how do you fix them?
No. You help them.
How?
You have to figure it out. There's puzzles in this game.
Just fucking figure it out, man. Just get in there.
Yeah.
Help these fucking hamsters, dude.
So just like with Tulip, like I was saying earlier, oh man, we got to talk about that game someday. But in that game, there are these little there are these underground residents who are all like, they have their own schedules.
Okay.
And they all have like their own little hobbies that they do at those schedules, and you have to, they'll say something, it'll be like their saying of the day, I think it is, and they will basically give you a hint as to what you're supposed to do
All right.
to be able to smooch them. So what if in this game there's some way that you get like a hint from like maybe exploring or something, or they've got like a note somewhere, like a diary entry or something like that you read?
Or you could possibly have like because like in Heartbreak, like Snoozer will give you hints. You could have a hamster, something similar to that.
Ooh, maybe one of your hamsters has like the power to like uncover hints.
Yeah, no, you could totally do that because you've got Maxwell, who's like a very, very bookwormy hamster, or you've got Dexter, who's like super smart.
Yeah.
And then you could play into, because Dexter and Howdy, Dexter's the hamster that has glasses, Howdy's the hamster that wears
I
a
remember
little
him.
apron. Yeah, they're like constantly fighting each other, so you could play into that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe all the hamsters can like sniff around for hints and stuff, but like there are some that are better at it than others.
Yeah.
And then when you get the hint, then you can try to do something for them to like help them out, or like you could bring them something or like build them something or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they will you'll get like whatever that collectible that I was saying was, and that will help you. Yeah, that'll like level you up or something.
That'd be
I don't know.
So what happens at the end?
Oh, well, obviously we're going to have a mech fight again.
A bigger
but this
one.
But this time the good guys get to ride it.
Yes.
Wait. Yes. Okay. So there's. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is going to be like a Power Rangers situation where it's going to be all the hams that you're playing as, like all players get to control like a body part.
That's sweet.
In the mech. Maybe there's like boss fights where you like are one singular mech, each of you, but like then you are able to like figure out how to fuse them together to make one big hamster mech. And then you fight Spat.
We're pulling like I hate to say it, you can censor this, but we're pulling like a hamster Voltron right now.
Oh, I was thinking Pacific Rim, but yeah, that's fine.
Oh, Pacific Rim, they hamster bond. They ham bond with their mechs.
I have never watched Voltron. I've never seen the old one or the newer one by
Keep it that way. Please keep it that way.
Is it really bad?
It's... Well, okay, I liked the first season, but the rest of it is bad. Some people just think it's bad from the get-go. And I also agree with them. So
okay. But yeah, it's fine to compare it to that.
I'm man enough to admit that the first season I liked it, but it was also very bad.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that'd be really sweet to have all the hamsters like come together as like mechs at any time with any number of hamsters.
I meant like the 4 to 8 players or whatever, but you know what else would be cool is if like at the end somehow the more hamsters you have, the boss would be different somehow. Maybe not easier, but like maybe like
it could be like
the more hamsters you get, the harder it is or something.
It could be like a scaling thing, because I know Borderlands does that, which is another game we have to talk about, but the more people you have playing, the harder every boss gets. So it could definitely be something like that.
Oh, I meant like the more that you've rescued throughout the game.
Oh, yeah. And so like they could come back and they could help you out in the boss fight.
Maybe they'll like toss you stuff or like give you like different like boosts and things like that.
Pekka on the metal machinery.
Yeah, maybe they'll like chomp on it or something.
Yeah.
It'll give you like a real sense of like community and like you help these guys out and they really care about you and appreciate all your help and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'd be a good feeling.
That would be sweet. That would be a very sweet ending.
And then maybe after you beat
Spat.
Spat, one of the hamsters gives him a smooch and he's like since we were saying that we have established that Hamtaro is gay, we gotta make it continue to make it. He realizes
Wait a
no,
minute.
not Hamtaro. I mean
When did
the
Hamtaro come
game.
out? Hamtaro is gay? You know what? Good for him. You mean some?
I meant the series, the show,
yeah.
The games, whatever.
Gotcha.
But maybe I was trying to make a joke, and now it's gonna be ruined because we have to. Anyway, I was going to say that he realizes he has internalized homophobia and is good again.
Okay. All right. Spat redemption, I suppose. Is this whole game going to be like a metaphor for that? Or is it just going to be the last second he's like, wow, I really need to rethink my sexuality? Yeah.
That's why he didn't like love, is because he didn't understand.
Like the last 10 minutes of it is just, he's like, you know what? He's like a complete ball heel change where he's like, you know what? I think I'm gay.
Okay, I
There's
got
like
this.
an epilogue
all right.
where he goes to Pride. What do you think?
Okay, I was joking about this, but I do have a genuinely like good idea. Maybe you're hinted at this throughout the game. Like you'll find maybe like little journal entries every once in a while, and you don't know who it is.
Okay.
Until you get all of them, and you realize it was Spat. And maybe he's putting in journal entries about like, and it's from like after the previous game where he's talking about how he hates love and friendship and pairings and all that stuff.
Okay.
Maybe he's like, maybe you realize by the end of the game, you gotta help him with figuring out his identity. That's how he finds out that he's gay. I was about to say, and he's the last hamster that you help out. Yeah. I was about to say that's so wildly crazy for a Hamtaro game. And then I realized Hamtaro Heartbreak is just as out there and not at all like aligning with what you think a Hamtaro story would be. So I'm actually kind of like extremely interested in this game that we've made now. I just want the hamsters to be gay, that's all. And I want a Nintendo game where there's gay characters and they're not weird about it. Yeah, like this one, especially with Hamtaro, they don't even bring it up. Like it's just they're there. They're in love. That's it. Yeah. Absolutely. I think that'd be really cool to play a game like that where it's not seen as something that's inherently bad. Because I think with the journal entries, you'll see that it's not, there's like a reason for it. And then the fact that you help them out at the end and you accept it, I think could be a really good message, especially if we're still marketing this Hamtaro game to like younger audiences. Yeah. Listen, a lot of media nowadays is very gay, and I want to continue that. Like this is I don't know if any of these shows have really touched on, like, you could be gay. There's only one way to find out, and it's okay if you're not. Yeah. Are you talking like Hamtaro shows? No. We could be on the Hamtaro show, too. We gotta make a new show if we're gonna make new games. Hamtaro.com, you could be gay. Take the Hamtaro gay quiz. www.imatgay.hamtaro.com. Go take it right now. These tiny little hamsters will tell you. Hey Google, is Hamtaro gay? The rumor come out. Is Hamtaro gay? Okay, so pink and blue hamsters in Hamtaro Ham Heartbreak is an LGBTQ game archive. These are the hamsters you told me about. Yes, they are gay. There are 4 citations. They are gay. They are gay, dude. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Bring them
Yes.
back. Bring them back.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I'm really sorry my game idea is so out there. I'm just like
It's
trying
good,
to like
though. It's good that it's out there because not too many games are like that anymore where it's something that's just driven on a pure passion of idea. It's a good game. It's good games,
my
man.
my whole thing is like I want to make games at some point. And so when I was thinking of this, is like now instead of it being a joke, now I want to make this game.
Make Hamtaro, Ham Heartbreak. What are we calling this game?
Yeah, shit. We haven't even thought of a name yet. Man. Well, the last one was about Heartbreak. What one was this about? The hamsters got turned evil.
Yeah, so and speaking of if you thought that the Hamtaro series couldn't get any gayer, the most recent game, the last game that was on, well, it wasn't even the last game, but they've got Hams Unite, Ham Heartbreak, and then you've got Rainbow Rescue, Ring Ding Ding.
Man, Rainbow Rescue would be a really good game for this, a really good name for this game, but unfortunately we can't use that.
Yeah, it already exists.
Because they're like a rescue team of some sort.
Yeah.
They're helping all these animals and hamsters turn good again.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even mention cars and stuff. Obviously, you'd be riding.
Well, yeah, you'd ride a little
RC car to get from place to place because it's going to be a huge game.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, and probably a horse of some kind.
Right.
That's not as important as the stuff that we've already said.
Yeah.
Anyway, the name of the game. So Ham Heartbreak. Like I said, I think we should name it something similar to Ham Heartbreak.
Yeah.
Because that really describes the entire premise.
For sure.
That there's a bunch of hamsters that no longer like each other.
Yeah, they're being broken up,
and you have to make them like. Yeah. So if this one, maybe Spat is just kind of doing like a whole like, well, if I can't be happy, then nobody can be happy, and so everybody's unhappy.
Hamtaro, Ham internalized homophobia.
That's really good, but I want to try to make it a little bit more marketable.
Sure. We could.
Fuck, that's good though.
Ham homophobia.
No. You made it sound like Go-Go Gadget homophobia. like it's something that he would say to make homophobia happen.
Mr. Gadget made homophobia?
No,
Mr. Gadget, the world's first homophobe. So the name of the game.
Name of the game. I've got it.
What you got? Lay it on me.
Hamtaro, Ham loneliness.
That's good. That's
because he's lonely, and that's why that's why he makes everybody turn bad.
Yeah, it's very. I think it's maybe we could market this more to like young adults and teens, because I feel like
maybe people that were into Hamtaro when they were like little kids.
Yeah, something that captures the nostalgia of the old games while also bringing in new players. Because I feel like up until now, all of the names for the Hamtaro games have been very, very safe, very friendly. And if we get with something like Hamtaro, Ham Loneliness, I think that's going to connect.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
Instead of Loneliness, so we can market it as like a rated E game.
Mm-hmm.
What's the... we gotta put a Hamtaro, like a Ham Chat name in there.
We do?
We could say Hamtaro Ham Solo.
Okay, like
or
Han Solo.
Oh no, man. Lonely in ham chat is ham solo, is why I was saying that.
Oh, I
But
see.
what if instead we gave it a name that emphasized the camaraderie and like
Yeah.
the group
What if
effort
we
of the
called it
game?
something?
That it's
What if
a multiplayer game.
What if we called it something like Hamigos Forever?
Yes, that's perfect.
Yes. Short, sweet, to the point. Hamtaro.
It calls back to
Hamigos
something they
forever.
probably said in the show that will be recognizable.
Yeah. It's very team.
So Hamtaro, what was the name again?
Hamtaro, Hamigos Forever.
Oh, I love it. That's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, we've done it.
We've made
another game.
We've made our game.
Now I'm just gonna see if I can get the rights to Hamtaro so I can make it, and we'll
Just
see how that goes.
Call up the person who made it, Ritsuko Kawai. Just call them up. I hope they're still alive.
Hey, Ritsuko, you
Yep, they're still alive. They're 56 years old.
Oh, they're pretty young.
Yeah.
I thought they'd be older, but I guess it's a early 2000s. Well, it's from 1997.
Right. But yeah, we did it. We made a game.
We did it.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
The Hamtaro game we never knew we needed.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for the new generation. The new generation of kids is gonna love this Hamtaro. You're gonna love him.
I agree.
He's got everything. He's got a round, plump body, such as a hamster. He's an ally to the LGBT community. What more?
And he
could you
says
ask
end
for?
racism. Oh, what's this? He's got his fist in the air. Hamtaro says Black Lives Matter.
All right, see, Hamtaro is very progressive. That's good. We are gonna get so many people to buy this game.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
And this would be also good for like Twitter and like Tumblr because they'll be like, whoa, Hamtaro is good again? And then they'll buy it.
Yeah.
This is the perfect Hamtaro game. Everyone will love it so much. It's gonna get remastered every console generation.
For sure, for sure. And with that, Ben, I think we've reached the end of the episode.
I think so too.
Now, before we go into the last rights of everything, I just want to say a website that really helped me out when I was researching this, which is LP Archive. It has the entirety of a playthrough of Hamtaro Ham Heartbreak on it, and you can just click through it. I thought that was very helpful.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you didn't even play this game for research?
I have played it, but I played it a long time ago.
Oh. Do you still have the game?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course. Why would I lose my copy of it?
I got my eye on you.
I still have Hams Unite. Hams Unite, Hamtaro, Ham Heartbreak, and I have the first 6 episodes of the anime. So, Hamtaro expert right here, basically.
Basically. But do you have mini hamster accessories though?
God, I fucking wish. End credits.
If you like this episode, please be sure to follow us wherever you're listening, and you'll get updates for whenever the episodes come out. We put episodes out every other Thursday. This one was a special case because we wanted to get it out on Valentine's Day. But yeah, it's every other Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also follow us at HPG Pod on Twitter. We're also on Facebook, but I honestly don't like using Facebook, so I usually end up putting updates on there pretty late. So Twitter is your best bet. I also like to put funny pictures on there, and there'll be a neat little puzzle you get to solve before the episode comes out. I'll put up a picture as a little hint for what the next episode is going to be, and you have to guess what it is, or you can just not and just laugh at whatever funny picture I put up. If
you guess and you get it right, you'll get something special from somebody in the mail.
Maybe. You'll never know.
I'm gonna mail you my secret Hamtaro drawings.
Secret? Why are they secret?
They're in minion costumes. Well, it's not a secret anymore.
Well, nobody's seen them, so they're still a secret.
Oh, that's true.
No one will... Yeah.
Only the winner will get visual evidence.
You better not post these pictures on the internet or we'll fucking find you.
I will run to your house. I will poop pee all over your house.
I'll attack you rapidly at you.
I will scrit tea your eyes, and then I will wah around and paka at your legs. It's really
because
hard.
I'm just a little hamster.
It's really hard to be threatening using hamster words.
At least you weren't doing a voice. That would have been even worse.
What kind of voice?
Like a little hamster voice.
I'm coming for you. I'm Flash T. Give me those toes.
If you
anyway. Anyway.
If you want to follow us on social media, I am at Watchman_5 on Twitter. I post about some politics and also video game stuff. I also like to share a lot of videos of like games that I'm playing. And
if you'd like to follow me, I am at MRUZBASAN1. I've been getting into like Dan Versus recently, so a lot of my posts are that, but I also post voice acting, like casting call updates and some stuff about this podcast and memes occasionally.
Memes, lots of memes.
You could follow me for some of those hot, fresh memes. Wink. I'm winking with both eyes in case you couldn't see it. And yeah, thank you.
Wink, wink.
Blink, blink. And also thank you for listening to this episode. It means a lot. Hopefully the format's not too weird.
Yeah, it felt weird to record, but I'm sure that it'll sound okay for the most part.
Yeah, I think we got into the flow of it at the end of it. Also, obligatory yeehaw. So we can end the episode.
Yeah.
End the episode.
Yeehaw.
End the episode.
Go to okragasting.com to look at more nifty art from our